size of that thing! Is that how big they normally get? Anyway, that was a huge takedown, buddy. Might I say, you're pretty good at this.
I was told that murderous puppet had come to call on me. So who is this handsome guest standing before me? It matters not. You belong to me now. You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you? None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives. Weep in despair, tremble in fear, scream for my pleasure. Weep in despair, tremble in fear, scream for my pleasure. You impudent little puppet, to push me this far. might have been the two of us, locked in a fight to the death.
We got a key from Marchiona. Hey, I bet it opens that gate we passed before entering the greenhouse. This place is definitely a dead end, and since Leia's not here, let's go back.
All afterlife goes freeze here! This is where we die! Alchemist bastards! What did your drugs do to me? I am indomitable! Bear the pain for me! Never surrender! Don't lose reason, Veronique! Don't give up! Don't give in! Forgive me. I did terrible things to you. Drug. Their cure. It twisted my mind. I put you in danger. I'm sorry. Please, I beg of you, nothing must leave this place. This cursed lab. Those cursed beings. Their test subject. Created from the legacy of the ruins. The two-faced Overseer. It cannot be allowed to live. Do me this one last favor. If you mean that red-headed stalker, she did pass through here. Back when I could still think straight. We were rivals once. In the end, she showed true compassion. I'm done. Head to the coast. Find Leia. I die as I lived, without regret. Remember me, Veronique of Grant.
Our test subject is behind that door. Where else could it be? Nerves of steel, buddy. Alright, now let's show this Overseer who it's dealing with.
May this creature which woke to misery find peace. You showed great skill during this fight. You must have had a great teacher. In fact, your fighting style reminds me of someone. I'm heading to Hotel Kraut for now. If you're looking for more clues about the alchemists, you should go there as well.
I need more time. I'm coming, Romeo. I swear I won't be late. Not again. Not like I was with Carlo.
in the world are you still alive? You really are one of the luckiest fellows I've ever met. All that effort to stop you down the drain. Proud of yourself? Veronique was a nuisance too. One who dug too deep. The legendary stalker and the leader of the sweepers. Two troublesome sides of the same coin. It is indeed unfortunate that my trap built for two snared only one. That so-called legend, Leia Florence, evaded my scheme. But you know where she is. Don't you? It's no great mystery, lad. For myself, obviously. Wait, you expected some grand speech on justice, honor, and duty? Meaningless concepts in this world. No speeches, just action. I just need to carry out my part in Sir Simon's grand plan. And then, I'll reap all the rewards I have sown. Whoever lives, dies, or fights means nothing to me. Let us take you, for example. You think your story means anything? You are a nuisance, to be disposed of. A nobody. I'm so glad you mentioned this. Of course, I too want only peace. You see, I abhor violence. We are not savages, my good fellow. I am grateful the alchemist dealt with Veronique. I find such things distasteful. Now, it's your turn. And what could be a more peaceful solution than you simply not resisting and allowing me to do what I must? Ways than one. But the games end here. An elixir of great power, crafted by the most brilliant alchemist as reward for my contributions. Good, kind fellow, hear me out, please. I can explain everything. All of it. Please, just... don't kill me. All this happened. All of it. Because of the alchemist and that damned infighting. I had to pick a side. Don't you see? I'd have ended up like Veronique. Or your precious legend. I had to choose. I chose Simon's side. I only did what he commanded. Please, I beg for mercy. If I did evil, it was not of my design, it was them. This isn't common knowledge. But when Valentinus ran things, she was... what was it? Off limits. Whatever she got up to, we were told to ignore it. To pretend it wasn't happening. But even as Simon gathered more power and influence, she remained loyal to Valentinus. And when she and Simon came into direct conflict, a bounty was quietly and unofficially placed on her head. Competition was fierce. Veronique's faction targeted her repeatedly, and our side couldn't disobey orders. This is a mistake. But how? The alchemist gave me this elixir, no middleman. For the cure, it was complete. Worked on carcass, as they said. I was to have a stronger body, one immune to disease and infection. I was to become... But no. It must have been a mistake. They gave me the wrong one. The wrong elixir. I must have treatment. I must. My good, kind fellow. Please. Sir. What? No. How could you? You promised. You promised you would let me live. Please. Please. They promised. The alchemist. I must go to them. I must go to them and get my cure. No. I was chosen.
I'll be honest, it's the terrible conclusion that schemers like him face in the end. What a fall from grace. He had everything. Why throw it all away like...
Where's the legend I faced before?
Shut up, you filthy puppet!
Oh, no. I must ask. Did you actually believe you could save your beloved apprentice? Pathetic! And who might you be? Tick-tock, tick-tock. Romeo's on the clock, and you appear to be nothing but talk. We said This is exactly what I've been waiting for! This pain! The alchemists offered me nothing but boredom. But you two, you'll offer me something greater, won't you? Ladies and gentlemen, I, Armachino, will analyze the only medium that knows the human soul. Come on, let's keep going. Wow, you really think you can win? Remarkable. Was fun while it lasted.
Thank you. It's yours now. All this time, I wondered why you look so familiar. Now I know. Carlo.
Alpha's room. Who knew her memories were so close?
My dearest Carlo, listening to this song always reminds me of you. Do you remember the time we all gathered to play this piece together? We were happy then. They were precious, if all too short moments of happiness. Perhaps those times were so precious because of their brevity. Why is it that we humans always look for more when happiness is already in our grasp? I couldn't appreciate what we had then. But that wasn't because I found you tiresome. After breaking ties with the Monad family, I was lost. I could barely take care of myself. So taking responsibility for you and Romeo, it was more than I could bear at the time. But in the end, you two saved me. You washed away all the spite and hatred in my heart. Legendary Stalker. A worthless title. That cruel end should never have been your fate. It was only when I held your pale, cold face in my hands that I understood that we should have stayed together. That I should never have left the two of you. But now you belong to the past. I shouldn't cry. It happens to us all. Eventually, I will join you there as well. No one lives forever. So in time, we will meet again. And in that moment, my wish is that I get to sit with you as the light of the sunrise washes over us, and we share a laugh.